Everybody, it's now the next day, and I've mostly packed, and I've shut the two-bedroom doors so they can't go and hide under the beds, which is a problem we had the last time when we went for the long stretch. So we've got one of the baby, for like a full month, before coming back, that too just for a weekend. So we've got Agita there, we've got one of the babies there under the chair, and the other baby coming this way. So I've got pretty much everything ready to go here, and I got the cart up, and I got, I started loading things, and I got my backpack, and I got some books and stuff like that. So we have enough cat condos there. I'm going to leave these ones here for when we come. So everybody's just about ready. I fed them. They know. I mean, they've seen this setup. They know that they're not being allowed into the bedroom, so they know something is up, and they pretty much know, I think, that we're going back to the house. So, and this time I don't think it'll be as dramatic for the kids, for the boys, because they have got used to that. Everybody, we're here at the house, and Agita's on the dining table where, she doesn't allow her brothers on it. I'm not allowed to eat on it either, but I can work on the laptop on it, but I'm not allowed to eat on it. And one of the babies there. This time around, they're much more, everybody explored and played and ate and used litter boxes. And this one's sort of under the bed, but that's just like a comfort spot. That's like, it's not a hiding, everybody is fine, And I'm feeling much more relaxed and comfortable here. I really feel better here than there. I feel much more grounded. Getting here, I mean, I managed to get them into their cases with a bit of drama, but not as much as last time. And Agita, okay, actually one of the babies went into this one by himself. So I just zipped it up, and that's really Agita's case. And then I got Agita and the other baby into the soft cases with a little bit of drama, minimal, but I got them in. And then in the car, I had one of the babies in this, and then the other one in the soft next to him, and Agita in the soft in the back. And Agita settled very nicely the full 3 hours. Now, I wanted to get, because this is a bit bigger, and, so I tried to get one baby from there into there, and I kind of turn it this way and that way, and kind of flip it over and kind of pour them in. And in the end, I got both of them into this, and they settled very comfortably. There's enough space in there, and they like traveling together. So here we are. I'm feeling much better. And I got back, let them out of the cases, they explored, and I went next door, my very nice neighbours who had looked after the funerals while I was not here, and gave them some samosas and some Indian desserts, which they tried. They found very sweet, but like jalebis. And then I thanked them again. And the husband's going to help me tomorrow get that plant. It's on the back seat of the car. That he's going to help me get it into the carrier tomorrow. So I said, there's no rush, So very, very nice. And I said, my friend in Toronto was like teasing me because I like it so much here. And it was like, but I'm going to be getting a pickup truck soon. I'm wearing a cowboy hat and boots. They kind of laughed. They were saying, yeah, you need to get a pickup truck for your collection. And then I fed the feedals, and the brown one, when my neighbor was feeding, the brown one didn't show herself, but the brown one trusts me now, so she showed herself, and I think she came and ate, well, after I came in, but that's the usual routine anyway. After I came in, I think I saw her shoot inches towards the house, and then if there's any food left, if the other two have left food for her, she eats it. If not, there's lots and lots and lots of dry. And but she knows I'm back. They all know I'm back. Good morning, everybody. We had a very good night, and we've got Agita there, and we've got one of the babies wandering about there because they have now established that they're allowed on kitchen counters, which is and it's like I can't say no now, so I just don't cook here. I just eat out a lot. And then we've got the other baby is here looking out because he saw there. Now, I set up the shed, I put the cat condos and I put blankets, I got, and it was raining, and I said, oh yeah, guys, sleep in the shed, it's nice, don't sleep outside. It's not raining now, but it's wet, and Peanut is there. Peanut, why don't you go into the shed? I've set everything up in there for you. We got like a cat condo, we got beds. Why are you in the bush? It's wet. It's muddy. Yeah, no, but I guess, it's her thing, so I can't, I'm not going to judge. I mean, it's like, sort of like the whole, the whole feral domestic thing, Everybody's up and, you guys want to go to the catio? Sure. It's not sunny today, though. Okay. My friend, who was my contractor before, who worked in that house and took the 7 years, he's coming to visit, so I might go for breakfast with him. Anyway, bye for now. Hello everybody, I went out, had breakfast, and I was on my way to go switch cars, and the breakfast place was sort of on the way there, and then while having breakfast I realized I didn't have my phone. And I'm picking up one of the old cars, which I don't really want to drive without a phone on me. So I came back, and everybody is very comfortably settled. Agita there. Earlier, Agita was chasing the brothers around. I think they tried to play with her. So it means everybody's feeling very comfortable. It's the same kind of stuff as at home. So we got one of the babies there. It was actually under the covers. I removed the covers a little bit. So we got one of the babies there, one of the babies there, Agita there, and I'm going out to switch cars, errands, stuff like that. Bye for now. Just brought that the old Mercedes. There was mold inside it again. From before I hadn't cleaned it, so I'm still cleaning it out, and I might take it to the car show. Not going to look too closely, but anyway. It's now a bit later in the day, and that's Jack. Of course, it's not one of my kids. It's outside. It's Jack, and he came and had some temptations outside. And look, sweetheart, there's somebody here. Your cousins. Your cousin. Come have a look. Come have a look. Oh, that's Jack from next door. He's your cousin. Doesn't he look just like you and your brother? It's not your... Jack, come and say hi to... I think this is Finn. Come and say hi to Finn. Your cousins. Your next door neighbours. This one's more concerned with, playing with the blind thing. He hasn't really noticed his brother or his cousin is a neighbor. Look who's there. Look, come. Sweetheart, your cousin from next door, Jack, is here. Your brother's already kind of ignoring him, but you can come ignore him too. You could be like triplets. Come and see who's there. They have their sister's disdain for other cats. So they're like, might be another cat, but what's it got to do with us? That's Agita. That's Agita logic. It's just not interested. He looks so much like you, sweeties, and he's very sweet too. He's very sweet. He loves temptations. All this was going on. Agita was in the back room. She's come here. She's really not. She knows that Jack is next to her, but she's as interested in Jack as she is in her brothers, which is very, very little. Only as much as to try to bully him, but she can't really bully him through the. She can't chase him through the screen, so she's not at all interested. Whereas these two, I don't think they've even really noticed him. Just hasn't registered that there are other cats that look like them that are outside. Might have just kind of noticed it, but no, what's that got to do with us? As I said, that's sister logic. That's Agita logic. But it's fun. Anyway, I'm going to get ready. I've got to go feed the ferals, and I'm going to go to that. I'm going to take the old car to the car show. It's just a meeting of people with old cars in a parking lot. I fed the ferals. I washed up their dishes. I took a shower. I got changed. I'm just about to feed my kids, or the inside kids. I guess these are my kids too, So, look, we got all three of them. We've got Jill right towards the back, a Peanut in the middle, and we've got, Brown Feral. I haven't given her a name yet. Brown Feral, but she feels safe. She's really close, but she feels safe because she's outside and I'm inside, so she's okay with that. I hope you got some of the food. I tried to distract them and give them their food and give them treats here on the deck so that you could eat on the side there. So I hope you got some, wet food. Very sweet cats, for ferals. Good morning, everybody. Everybody very nicely settled. Opened the door to the dining room and then shut it and then opened it again. And now the door is open and everybody is here in this room, very comfortably settled. I had an interesting night. Went out socializing with the neighbors and their friends again, country people. And I don't know, I'm not sure I get country humor. And there's also, like playing trivia games and stuff like that. And I knew most of the stuff, but I couldn't respond. I had one drink, and it's like, just so ordinary world that, and sort of, it's a different kind of, it's almost a different universe. So, I don't know. I managed. I didn't tell anyone to fuck off or anything, but I just and I really like my neighbors. But some of the other and there was another chap I was talking to about cars and some car stuff. But there's, as I said, there's undercurrents of stuff, and I might be projecting, and it's also where I'm coming from and my thing and other people's thing. And we are in the country, and as I've said before, I have this sort of 10% thing. 90% of people here are great. 10%, are not open to people from other, even from Toronto. Seem to hate people from Toronto. So there is stuff. I might be projecting some of it, but it's still. It's interesting. I just got to sort of go with the flow, not take it too seriously. So came back, and Okay, just came back from breakfast. Just nearby, and we've got Agita and one of the brothers there. And the other brother is here. And I'm just going to go out and vacuum the inside of the 430 because it's sort of when I brought that the fig tree. And I want to try to catch up on entries. Yesterday was just sort of so vengeful, and I was just so overwhelmed by all the country socialization people stuff, and and the other things in the day, and just having to. I absolutely love my neighbors, but they're amazing people, But and it was very nice of them to invite me to their social events and the pub nights and stuff like that. But I think it's going to take a little bit of getting used to country people and their humor and their I don't know. I think there's a reason it was a solitary cat, and then just email contact with my a text with my few cat rescuer friends. But the people next door, they're like 100% cat people too. So, and they've got Jack. So, but I don't mind contact with them. But the other people, yeah, once in a while. But I think I overdid the socialization a little bit, and the trivia was just a little bit much. I knew a lot of those, but I think that's the problem with a lot of people. You just go afterwards, and then I said something, and I'm like going, oh, and then they were like, oh, you're wrong. I had to apologize for screwing up the score. Hey, listen, everybody. I just went out and I vacuumed the car and just on the driveway and cleaned it up a little bit inside. One of them came to watch through the window, but then I turned on the vacuum and I was like, going, okay, I just go back to the back room with my brother and sister. So got both the boys there. I keep it there. Feral's outside. And I'm going to work on journal entry, and then I might go to another car meet to KMW. Oh, well, it's like, country people, but, they're nice people, 90%. Anyway, bye for now. Hello, everybody. I'm here with the Mercedes at a car show. It's a Canadian, not a Canadian, it's an A&W in Chatham, Ontario. And you got all these cars. I'm not going to show the people, but sort of like it's like a public car show. So and there's quite a few cars. And then there's like there's an MG, and then there's a really new Corvette there, and there's and I was just talking to the gentleman who owns that beautiful, almost new. Well, I mean, by old car terms, it's like a 2016 Jaguar convertible. So I was talking to that gentleman, and it's like a Chatham. It's like everybody's like this is a whole bunch of Corvettes. So, and this is like September. And people were saying that when this is not busy, but people have said that when it's busy, it's like that whole parking lot over there gets filled, So I'm like, it's pretty cool. Nanny Professor, social butterfly, sort of, Bye for now. And of course, I go and launch into Nanny Professor Post. So everybody I meet, I'm telling them the whole story. But this has got flooded, and then this happened, that happened. I leave out some of the grittier, nittier details. But I talk about the house and then that house and then this I launch it in Nanny Professor mode, and I'm like, But it's interesting. It passes the time. It's a good channeling. Bye for now. Jack has just come over for treats, and I've got this door shut because but one of the babies is watching. One of the babies is there. Agita's there. Jack, you want to come in? You want to come in and meet the cousins? You can come in. You've been in before. Come here. Everybody, I just went for lunch. I came back because I forgot to keep my meds. So just came to take my meds, and then I'm going out to PetSmart. Look at this. The entire family's on the bed. I mean, a little bit of social distance with Agita, obviously, but she doesn't mind having her brothers on the bed with her. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I come back from lunch, and then I just came quickly to get my meds, and then I went out do some shopping. Come back, everybody's still very nicely settled on the bed. And I bought some hangers. I didn't have, enough of these. So got that and a laundry basket and a big bag of the dry food because there's a coupon if you get it before the 29th or whatever. So I got the big bag, and this will finish pretty soon anyway. So, and then I did a fair amount of shopping at Food Basic. There, I got bread and, Vachon pastries and cheeses and green peppers and, corn, biscuits, essential. So I haven't really been grocery shopping since I came here, So just little bits and pieces here and there, mostly eating out. So I'm like going, okay. Hello everybody, I made myself a plant bologna and veggie and cheese and guacamole dip sandwich. And I got bread and everything yesterday. This is the closest I've come to cooking here. It was a little bit difficult because I have allowed the kids made it quite clear because they were so traumatized the first couple of days, and I couldn't say no to them when they were jumping on the kitchen counter. So now I can't say no to them. And I don't like saying no to them anyway. I follow the permissive parenting, permissive cat parenting rules, unless it's something that is of danger to them, which is like the stovetop, which is why I'm not using the stovetop, because they're climbing up on the counters. So, but I can make a cold sandwich, but they keep jumping up and trying to, I had to kind of go, sweetheart, no. Sort of, not really no, but I kind of ease them off the counter so that I could get my sandwich made. And then they started playing with toys on the floor, so they got distracted. And this one's sitting here nicely, and since everybody seems to have established that, the bedroom is our center base for the day, and I'm not going out today. I fed the ferals. It just started to rain, so I fed them under the overhang, and I put some food in the shed as well. So that was my chores. My cat rescue friend in the other province does her cat chores. She's got like 18 though. She's got humans and she's got dogs and various species. So, but I've got like 3 inside kids and the 3 ferals. So that's 6. That's quite a bit of chores. You're gonna wash the balls inside, wash the balls outside, do this, do that, do this, do that, and then try not to get wet and try to get them, the outside ones, not to get wet. And then I'm like, after all that, I think I'm gonna have breakfast at home. I'm not gonna go out. So, and I bought all this stuff. So I'm gonna have my nutritious sandwich here, plant bologna, and just to show these here are the babies, Lcee and Finn. They're playing on the floor because I didn't allow them. I was trying to make my sandwich there. They kept me up. gently trying to discourage the gentle parenting. So, but then they did get distracted and they're playing on the floor. So, boys playing here, and Dad and Agita in the bedroom. I'm going to have my thing, and then I'm going to try to do journal entries and some writing if I can. It's a rainy day. I just want to stay home. I've got food for the evening too. Got some green peppers and some... I'm sitting here, lying here, eating my sandwich, and babies were playing in the floor, and Agita was nicely settled on the bed there. And this one decided that he had to burrow under the blankets, under the covers, one of his favorite things to do. So it's like all this pushing, and he burrows, and Agita got to like, what the fuck? And Agita got up and moved to her perch. So it's a family time. I guess this bedroom is our base. My youngsters here when I eat at home. It is very rare. Plan is, and it's raining, so I'm just going to stay home and try to do some reading, writing, stuff like that. The usual nutty professory stuff. Bye for now. Okay, I had my sandwich here in the bedroom, and I sent a fairly long text to a friend, and kids have been playing. They've been under the bed, on the bed, and here, that lump is actually a kid. Oh boy. I've pretty much spent the entire day being a cat. Well, except for, feeding the cats, feeding the fiddles, feeding my own cats, and then writing an email, text to friends, stuff like that. I've just been lazing on the bed like a cat. Had my own meal in the bed, my fake bologna sandwich, and just now all four of us are on the bed or near the bed, and I'm just doing my work here. Well, work, journal entries, writing, stuff like that, Hello, everybody. It's now like 5:30, and we've all been cats in this room on this bed all day. But I did write some emails, texts, and working on journal entries here on my laptop. But we spent the entire day, basically, as cats do, in bed. Myself included. Well, I did get up and feed the other cats and stuff. Bye for now. It's a couple of hours later, and I've done all my cat parent chores. So I went out and I fed the ferals, and Jill came out after a little while. Brown didn't show up, but I saw Brown run into the bush. So she's got, she was waiting until I came in. So I gave extra food in the shed. I'm trying to get them into the shed now. So, and I did all of that. It was wet, but it didn't stop raining. So I did all of that. And then I came in and I showered. And then I fed these ones, my own kids, my indoor kids, So I fed them and had to coax Lcee as usual. Finn and Agita, of course, eat pretty much anything. But, and then I actually made supper, which I haven't really cooked in this house. I've only heated up stuff, or got takeout, eaten out, because I'm not using the stove, because the stove top, because the kids keep climbing onto it. But when I was doing the food preparation, they kind of knew not to come up. So what I've done is, I took some green peppers I bought the other day, and I just stuffed them with plant-based ground meat, which is not meat, of course, obviously, it's plant, So it's like this stuff, the eaves, it's that. So, and it's plant-based. So I did that, and I added some tomato to it, and some cayenne, and some onions. I actually bought onions. I haven't bought, cooking supplies here since I've been here. So bought some onions and some tomatoes, and I mixed it together, put some cayenne, and stuffed those things, so it's vegetarian, and put some oil on it, and stuck it in the oven, So, and it's okay if they see, like, look at that, Now, sweetheart, this is not hot. You should not be. I mean, this is why cats aren't normally allowed on kitchen counters, because it's kind of dangerous and when you're cooking and stuff. But, because you guys kind of insisted when we first came in and it was so traumatic for everyone, particularly the boys. I was just like, I didn't want to say no to them. And now everybody's like, this one's taken over the dining room table. I can't eat on the dining room table. If I try to eat on it, she'll come and stick her nose in because she thinks it's her table. And she won't let her, if she sees her brothers trying to climb on the table while she's here, she won't allow it because she's claimed that the dining table is hers, So, and the boys climb on this and they climb on there and they stick their nose and everything. But the good thing is the oven, it doesn't really get hot. Now, it's a convection oven, which I've never used. I don't know how convection works. I'm just using regular bake. I don't know if convection would be faster. I don't know if I should try it. Convection bake. First actual meal that I've cooked in this house using the oven. Stuffed green pepper, stuffed with, I think it needs to be cooked a little bit more. The green pepper is still a little bit. Everybody fed the kids, had a good night, fed the kids, and you can just see that's Jill, the black one there. I didn't tape because I was inside, and it would have sort of been in the distance, but I saw Peanut, the calico one, sleeping there again. It's damp, it's wet, it's been raining. I got the shed with the cat beds in it, and I put food in it, and I put, we got a cat bed there, and we got a tent there, and we got a thingy there, and I put food there as well as on the deck, and I put cat treats on and in the various cat beds to get them kind of used to, that this is sort of a better home than flower beds. But no, she insists on, I think I'm just going to stop looking out the window in the mornings because it just makes me kind of upset that, she's sleeping. But, again, it's that I think of my own thing as a funeral, trying to become domestic. And I know a lot of domestic people that think of my funeral activities as very funeral. What can I, But anyway, so still, I don't know if you can quite make the analogy between the human and the cat. Well, so anyway, so and then when I don't see one of them right away, like Peanut, I start worrying. I do worry because, I become quite attached to these people, And there's something I wanted to show. I mentioned this to my friends in emails and texts. I noticed this the other day when I was cutting the grass, and I brought the clippings to the back. And I saw back here hiding somewhere, Where is it? There. It's some kind of a statue, saint, icon, something. It's holding or something. But, I'm pretty sure that the lady who owned the house before me was very religious. I mean, she left holy water for me along with booze. But I saw this hiding in the tree, and I'm looking, oh, shit. But it's okay. I'm going to stay. I think it's St. Francis, and that kind of makes sense because, she was feeding the funerals and stuff, and now so am I. So I guess, I think St. Francis was supposed to be the cat rescuer and also a big bird person. I think. I don't know my saints all that well, but it's kind of odd for me, of all people, Those very few of you who watch my podcast know my views about all religions. But anyway, that's all organized religions, except for, I do have my cat, my Egyptian cat goddess stuff, but that's simple. It's just simple. So it's not to be taken literally at all. So anyway, now the whole rigmarole of feeding. I got to wash the bowls, do water. There's a water bowl there, wash the bowl in the shed now. We got another bowl, and this is for breakfast. So for breakfast, they get fancy feast tuna and whiskers, one pate and one cuts. They seem to prefer the cuts, but it's not all that cold, but it is damp and wet. It's not warm either, but it's not all that cold. So anyway, that's what's happening. And now, Peanut, where are you, Peanut? Peanut, come. I hope you. And she's been sneezing. She sleeps there. And she was there for like hours, and and I set up the shed and everything. Like I said to my friends, I want to find somebody who can make a little cat shelter. My friend out of province has one made for her really funeral ones. Her husband did it, and it's like, I think it's got a little heater in it. So I want something like that, but I want it to be like decorated inside like a bush. So like carpeting is something that looks like grass and looks like hay, inside, So sort of a bush decor so that they'll feel comfortable. I don't know if this. Sweetie, I was worried about you. You showed up. And that's peanut, you know. See, she's kind of sneezing, coughing. She does that quite a bit. It's like a sneeze, cough, but she's, sweetheart, you sleep in flower beds. You sleep in flower beds, you're not gonna sneeze? In the damp? In the rain? When there's a warm shelter? Better, okay, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. It's, up to you, But, but it's a kind of a sneeze cough. She's had this for quite some time, though, And see, she's got something on her back. And I think she might have been getting into fights with... They defend their territory from the raccoons and things, so there's something on her back. I don't know, it doesn't look good, but, can't get... this is as close as she gets. Okay, sweetheart, I'm glad you're okay. Don't sleep in flower beds. We've got some good flavors on the menu for today, So I'm going to put some in here and some in here, and I'll put some in the shed too, I want you guys to start using the shed. It's drier. Don't sneeze, don't cough. It's not good, sweetheart. I worry. Yeah, you're very sweet. Look at that. I got to show this to my friends, They asked, they said, can you take... this is more of a sneeze than a cough. They were like going, take some footage of her coughing and show it to your vet. And the boys have an appointment in October or November, so I'll show them. I hope you're okay. Okay, and Brown is hiding somewhere. There, you can just see Joe. Oh, she was there. There she is. You can see if she's sort of, if I can hear, maybe at a distance, but usually she'll run. But this is better than the brown one, at least. Yes, she went under the thing. But better than the brown one, at least she's eating in front of me. Even though I sort of have to hide behind the bush. But now I've got to wash the plates and all that stuff. Or, what I can. And if not, then I wash them again when I feed them supper. And I want Brown to come and get some food before the others eat it. I put some in there too. So this is the feeding of the ferals, so to speak. Bye for now. Okay, there's the brown one on the shed next door watching. Your food is there, little one? Well, you're not that little, actually. You're quite fat. You eat a lot of dry food, you hunt a lot, or maybe she is getting some of the wet. So your share of the wet is there, and then there's also some in the shed, okay? And the black one finished her share there, and I'm just going to rinse the bowl. And Peanut has pretty much finished her share. So I'm just going to rinse the bowls, and I'm going to go in. The sooner I go in, the sooner that one will come and find their wet food. And the kids earlier, so we've got one of the babies playing here, one of the babies playing here, and Agita sitting there. I brought another eider down from the city on the last trip, so they were sleeping on it on the ground, playing. It was sort of a play area here with the tunnel and the toys and the eider down. So now I've put it on the bed, and Agita, of course, has to claim it. It's like hers. She's the alpha cat of our family, of course. Anyway, so now I'm going to feed myself. Of course, I feed kids first, then ferals, and then last, I feed myself. So I'm going to have like a bun and plant bologna and cheese. Here's fake bologna. So we had a plant sandwich with cheese and tomato and guacamole and hot peppers. Here, and we've got one of the babies here. My neighbor was just trimming on the, here with the weed eater thingy, but I think he's gone to the back or he's done for now. So, but after he actually moved away with the machine thing, one baby has come to check out and starting to spend some time in the catarium or catio, which is a good thing. And we've got the other baby here under the bed. He was under the covers there, but with the noise of that weed eating thing, which actually I guess it made it to here, he's gone under the bed. Now that baby is here too, and we've got the other one here. It's kind of fascinated with, I think, an insect or something. Yeah, something so outside, So now, oh, and I did want to show the fig tree has survived. They're little leaves actually now. Shoots have turned into leaves, and now everybody's back in the main house. So I'm going to sit here and just talk a little bit. Okay, I'm here in the living room and the kids are playing in the dining room. It has been now just about 8 weeks clear, 6 weeks since the big move. And I've said this before, I think the big move has been very positive for myself and for the kids, I have made 8, 10, 12 weeks before, but it's been a lot more of a struggle. This time there's been so much rechanneling, and so this, such a change of environment, all of that stuff. And I've been very pleased with the house and with the neighbors. Neighbors have been wonderful, very open, welcoming, neighborly. And they've even invited me to, their pub nights and, their trivia nights and stuff like that. My friend out of province was joking with me. He's like, "Are you going to karaoke tonight?" And I go, "I think I'm done with trivia karaoke for a bit." It was good, but it's just, it is really like a different world for me. And I've said this before, 90%, and I knew this coming into this, 90% of people here are open, welcoming, all of that stuff. You do have the 10%. We're in the country here, You do have the 10% that are a little, not open-minded, So, I expect to come across that, and I have been coming across it a little bit, So I'm going to pull back a little, even at the car show. It was great. I met some people. I have to, because I am really fairly introverted, so I have to switch into nutty professor mode. I end up talking too much, but I ended up sitting by my car and having my veggie burger by myself, and and all these little cliques, and people there, and they know each other, and I felt like I was back in high school with the cliques, and me sitting by myself, So, but it was okay. Yesterday was great because I just stayed home entirely with the kids, just worked on journals and emails and texts, and did some reading, and actually cooked a veggie dinner, fed the kids, fed the ferals, did all of that stuff. Did not interact with a single human being, and that I feel a little better now, But just not to say, I did enjoy, the trivia nights and stuff like that. The people have been very welcoming, for the most part. So all of that is great, but I think I need to retreat a little bit, become a little bit more, not feral, but more of the indoor domestic cat, the kind of more solitary cat, with my own family here, the kids and the ferals. So I just wanted to say, on the whole, it's been a good week. There were pulls in the city, just being back there. But coming back here, everything was really good. We had a good trip back. Kids have really readjusted very nicely, and the ferals are getting used to me. I worry a little bit about them. They sleep outside rather than in the shed and stuff like that. And Peanut's coughing a bit, but I feed them twice a day. That's really a major push for me. And I did socialize a bit, but I think that I'm pulling. I also shared some of my my podcasts with my neighbors and some of the other, local people here. And my podcasts are about my struggles with addiction and other things, and also settling in here and sort of fish out of water thing. So I did share them, and, I haven't talked too much about I'm open. Anyone who's watched my podcast know I don't provide a lot of details just because, it's personal, and when I do go on those binges, there are other people are involved. There's be legal issues and stuff. So I don't give those details, but I do talk about my struggles with addiction quite openly, So and I wasn't going to hold that back from people here. So I did, the few people, my neighbors, I did share. That's as I said, it's not something that I try to hide, and it's something that I'm working on. I'm trying. It's part of this whole move out here. The biggest move possible. is a battle against my addictive struggles, or to try to stay clear for as long as possible, and it's helping. Being out here is helping, So I did share, a couple of the podcasts. I'm not sure what the reaction will be, but I'm not worried about it. As I said, I don't hold back from who I am and what I'm going through, and if it helps I've said this before, I do those podcasts for possibly other people struggling, and for my friends, just to keep them, my few friends, keep them in touch with what's going on, and my readjusting here, and the kids, and the funerals, all of that stuff. But I also do it for people who haven't struggled with addiction. I mean, I said that in one of my very first podcasts, 5-6 years ago, 308 podcasts ago. I did say that one of my intended groups was, non-strugglers, the people who don't have addictive personalities, just to see what how it is like on a day-to-day basis, So that's I shared a couple of podcasts and just as I said, it's part of who I am and it's what I do, so I'm not going to hold that back. So that's what's happening. On the whole, it's been a good week, and I'm now 8 weeks clear. So, we'll keep you posted. Just go day by day. And the kids, of course, my biggest pushes. And now the funerals are also big pushes because they're, it's my responsibility to look after them. And I've taken that on, and they ask for so little, just being fed twice a day. So I'm going to have to go to a McDonald's to upload this because I don't have Wi-Fi here. So from the 4 of us inside, we've got the 2 babies, 1 baby there, and we've got 1 baby there, and we've got Agita there, and we've got the funerals outside in the bush or under the deck, hopefully in the shed. So from the 4 of us inside and the 3 of us outside, the ferals, so from the 7 of us, so from Agita and both of the babies, 1 baby there and 1 baby there, and myself still holding on the title of the most fucked up, nuttiest, craziest professor ever walked the face of this earth. Bye for now. See you next podcast.